Woo woo woo.
Woo 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 with your girl Ramelle.
Hey, it's Leslie.
Yo, we are back. We've been away from our natural podcast space for a while. We've had a few curveballs a little bit.
And we're going to be a little late today, but that's okay. That's for us to know and y'all to find out.
Yes, I know you were clamoring.
I got so many
beating
texts.
down the doors.
Yeah, they were like, open.
Where is the podcast?
First Facebook and Instagram go down, and now this.
What in the world? Sorry, we're a little bit late, but we're good. But let's come on, go right. Let's talk about this. What happened with Facebook and Instagram?
I was sitting on the toilet with nothing to do. It was awful for 2 seconds, and then I was like, nice.
Right?
Like, I would be so mad if Facebook and Instagram went down.
Facebook they're not my favorite. I'm on them because I need to be, but they're not my favorite. And
I spend a lot of time on them when I shouldn't.
Yeah, probably.
Like, I've had to, in the past, take the icons off of my phone.
You told me that before.
Because, set timers and stuff, because I'll just,
With Facebook, Facebook and Instagram are not interesting to me at all.
What do you do on your...
I'm more of a TikTok person.
Yeah.
TikTok is funny. It's hilarious. I can crack up and cry and...
I just wait for the funny TikToks to show up on Facebook and Instagram 2 years later.
And then,
And I'm like, Ramelle, did you see? And I've been or y'all will send them to me. Randy sends me stuff all the time, and I'll be like, oh, let me watch these 8 TikToks.
Yes, but you're hard to send TikTok because you don't check. I have to send them to your text. I can't send them to your TikTok
I
inbox.
Won't check them.
So I'm like, girl, did you say that? This one, just like the Shelby and Dolly.
I know.
I sent that to you a while ago.
But I've seen it on my own too.
Oh, okay. And then you're like, Ramelle, look, and I was like,
I said that was the one.
Give me the credit.
I do waste a lot of time on him, but it was nice when they went out for a little bit. To me,
it was nice. No, but everybody's talking about it's a cyber attack. That's what the whole thing is.
Well, AT&T went out, and then
it does show you how vulnerable we
are. I don't know if how the next generation would handle we know how to go outside and have fun and look up maps go
right for sure.
We know how to do that, but do y'all know the Dewey Decimal System? I don't think so.
Well, other than that too, just security, and there's all kinds of
all your money,
all your stuff. Yeah, it's very detrimental to society.
Maybe that's why I get so excited when I think about Beyonce counting out her dollars
for her house.
I'm like, she plays it safe.
Mm-hmm. And then it's scary because people don't so in Dallas a lot. I've discovered that a lot of those places don't take cash.
Yeah,
and that's kind of scary. Because of that reason, the cyber attack. Because if all your money is digitally somewhere. I
mean, that's how it is now, though.
Yeah, right. But it's just scary that some places don't they need people. I know it can be a pain in the ass. I understand the reason why you don't take cash because you're just I gotta get cash to change stuff.
Right.
But at the same time, you need to have cash.
I mean, maybe not for a latte though. The places that do that are usually
smaller.
Yeah,
yeah, I guess you're right.
Not
it just needs to be I don't know. I think you need to be aware of my money's all in the bank. Every single drop.
All my passwords are the same.
Right? Yes. You can be aware of those types of situations. Because it's crazy.
Yeah. Well, I'd be sad. I remember missing MySpace because all of those photos that were on there. That feels like a lifetime of photos that I just don't have access to anymore.
So what happened? Is MySpace not around? I thought you could still access MySpace.
I don't know how to get in.
Oh, you don't have a password? You have an email? I feel like you can get in somehow.
I've had emails since then and passwords, and I don't know.
Stop using it one day?
Yeah. Everybody left MySpace and they went to Facebook, and I was like, here we go. And I was not in college when Facebook started. I was already done. So I didn't have a .edu, but my cousin did. She's 5 years younger than me. And she had a Facebook. And then everybody started getting Facebook. Because you didn't have to have the EDU.
Right. I do remember that. I think I got my Facebook in 2011. Yes, that's when I got mine. When LJ was about to be born. Because I was in the hospital and I was like, I guess I'll go ahead and do this.
I'll do that.
Maybe 2010.
Visit you.
Yes. Maybe 2010.
Yeah. I don't remember.
Somewhere around there.
Don't remember.
But I did resist for a while because I remember I worked at Chili's and I was a manager and I remember all the drama was MySpace and Facebook.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't want any parts of what are y'all talking about? I was like, they're like, no, because on Facebook I sent you a message and I did not understand any of it.
You were in my top 8.
Right.
And then we went out and now what? I'm not even in. Now Jason's up there?
Right. I don't want any parts of it. I was like, I do not know what you're talking about. This sounds terrible. Whatever it is.
MySpace was fun though because you could like put your own songs up there,
right?
And like do your page up. I thought it was fun.
I wonder did Brandy ever have MySpace? She did.
I'm sure she did.
Right.
I'm sure she did.
Brandy,
well, my husband, he like started his music career out on MySpace. Like that's how they shared music. That was a big thing back then.
I think I saw something that said like Dane Cook was one of the first people who
he like really utilized
took advantage of social media and he did it on MySpace.
Yeah, he was sharing his stuff and he was friend requesting people, and I knew it was the end of MySpace because I got into like this weird like vampire game.
Oh no.
And you had to like get people in your clan, so I would just like friend request all these random people and I'm like, this is just junk now. Because like, you had to do all this stuff, and so I'd go like in the chat rooms and all that stuff. I used to love chat rooms back in the day.
I've never done a chat room.
Really?
No, I don't like to chat. After a while, I'm like, shut up.
Oh, I loved it.
Get so irrationally. I'm talking about irrationally irritated.
Oh no, I loved it. I was all up in AOL chat rooms when they would send you the CD in the mail. And then you would have like certain hours. My dad had a computer. I had a computer in my room at my dad's house. And I would just chat and chat and chat and chat.
That's crazy.
A/S/L. Age, sex, location.
Oh, I was like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Really? Mm-mm. Oh, you really didn't do it.
No, I don't like chatting. I feel like after a while, I'm like, well, are we just going to stay here and talk on the computer? What are we doing? I just don't get it. I don't.
Oh, I could do it all day.
I don't. And then like, cause a lot of shows I watch,
not
like, like 90 Day Fiance, like they fall in love with people like over chatting and stuff.
Yeah.
Like I don't understand that. That concept is so foreign to me.
Well, me and Paul, like when, my ex and I broke up, and he and I talked for months, but
y'all had known people. Y'all knew each other.
Yeah, but we fell in love in those texts and stuff. Messaging and because you could just message all night long. It's so fun.
No, I feel like you could just say anything. I don't
yeah.
I'm too cynical. I'm like, shut up.
Not me. I'll be like, and then like, am I gonna send it?
I just feel like it's I don't know. I feel like it's way too easy just to be like, I'm gonna say whatever it is, and then you meet them and you're like, no, you're not anything. Like 9 times out of 10, they're not anything like the things that they.
But why would you meet them?
Because what are we doing? Just gonna chat?
Yes.
For the rest of our lives? That sounds awful.
Nobody chats the same person forever.
Oh my god, that sounds.
You are serious.
Like, are we not? If we're not going to meet or hang out in real life, then what is the freaking point?
Yeah, but back in the day when you were doing that, it was really difficult. Like, I had this boy that I talked to in Arkansas. It wasn't Paul, but like, I had to go buy long distance calling cards and write him letters to like communicate with him.
Immediately, no.
Well, I actually got catfished back in the day. Yeah. It was kind of fun though, because okay. All right, so I used to go camping in Arkansas every summer all throughout high school. And I met this boy, and like we hung out all week, and it was fun. And at the very end of the week, we kissed, and I was so excited. And then the next year, I was like, oh, I wonder if he's going to be there. And like, he was there. And he was like, I remembered you said you came around 4th of July every year. So I've been coming up here and playing basketball to see if you showed up. And I was like, less swoon. Oh my gosh. I was so excited. So we hung out all that week. He bought me this like anklet. I mean, it was love. Girl.
Summer loving for
summer love. And this time we didn't forget to like exchange information. So he had my email address and he had my like actual address and my phone number. And we would long distance call each other. We would write each other literal mail. Like I put a actual photo of my senior picture in there for him.
Lord Jesus.
Yeah. And then a couple of like months or whatever later, I get this email that says, hello to a fellow G-Funk from Midway, Arkansas. Because my email was like G-Funk, whatever. And I was like, that's so random. And so I start talking to this person. Girl, it turned out to be this guy's fiance.
Oh, no.
Yes. And she wrote me and we talked, like we emailed back. And I was like, she was like, well, she's like, oh, I know him. He works at the grocery store and his fiance works at the Texaco. And I was like, no, this guy's not engaged. And she was like, I'm pretty sure he is. And I was like, no, this is my summer boyfriend.
How old is he? Why is he engaged?
It's Arkansas. He was like 19,
oh
20.
My gosh.
Yeah. So turns out like this whole time I'm talking to this girl, she says that's her friend, da, 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 da. And then she comes clean and she was like, it's actually me. Like we had spoken on the phone too. And she was like, I'm actually his fiance. I reached out to you because I wanted to hate you because I found your letter, but you were really nice and funny.
Oh.
And I liked you and I want to be friends. And I was like, no, what? Like,
So I don't understand why you don't understand. Now you understand why I don't want to be any part. Like that sounds awful.
I'm not even done.
Oh Lord.
So the next summer I go camping again. I've like all communication stops, right? The next summer I go camping again and we go into the gas station to get ice and I walk in the door and I see the guy and he sees me and then he looks at the girl behind the counter and she looks at him and then he looks at me and then she looks at me and then I look at her and we look at him and we were like, we all knew who it was.
Right.
And he was just so yeah, we had a little conversation at the gas station. Then she came to my campsite. My dad's friend thought she was gonna whoop my ass because she was a big old girl. But she said she liked me. I charmed her. And yeah.
Oh my. Well,
that was like 4 years of my life.
That's crazy.
But yeah, but it didn't like really bother me. I guess maybe if you're kind of naive about it, like I knew this guy wasn't the love of my life, but I was still like, damn, you're engaged?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I remember one time, this is okay. So this is how like
I guess this is where this podcast is going.
Yeah. This is like how no. Like I remember one time I was like 15 or 16, very young, and I had a friend, very brief friend. Her name was Rachel. I can't remember what her last name is, but I just remember Rachel. And she was a little bit kind of a gangster white girl. I think because sometimes at school, like you're cool people, and then when you like hang out with them outside school, you really realize how like I've had several people like that where you're like, you know what, no. I tried it.
I thought we were pretending.
Yeah, like I tried it. Like you were cool at school. School you and home you was two different people, and I don't like the home you. So we can be cool at school, but don't be asking me to come hang out.
Yeah, we're nice from the night.
Right. So I kicked it with her, and they're just a little bit too gangster. She was a white girl too, just a little bit too gangster. I was like, well, Rachel, all her little friends, her little homies and stuff, and she had this friend named Carlos, and Carlos was cool, but I just met him that one time, and then something happened, and he ended up going to juvenile. And I was like, all right, whatever, Carlos. Like, bye. Wasn't tripping. I don't even think like I don't think I felt like I had a crush on him or anything. I didn't think he had a crush on me this time. He was just Carlos. But one day he like sent me a letter from like jail from juvenile. It was just like, hey girl, da, 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 like just trying to holler at me, and I was like, girl, I was like 16, and I was like, what?
You never wrote him back?
No.
The way I would feel obligated to write that man back.
Because I was like, we wouldn't even kicking it like that. I didn't even like you. Were you in jail? I was just so many like, no. And then my mom found it and she was worried. Oh, no. She was like, are people writing you? I was like, Mom, what am I worried about Carlos? I just didn't throw it away. Like, I could throw it away right now. Right? I should have kept it, but just to be like, look, crazy.
Look what this guy did.
But I was just like, and then now thinking about it, I'm really glad. I'm sure he was just like, I need some girl to give me some money in here.
I mean, we have all seen Love After Lockup.
Yeah, but I was immediately no. Like, I don't even hang out with Rachel anymore.
I would have felt so obligated to write back, and I'd be like, "What? He needs a friend."
I'm not gonna write you a letter, girl. Bye. I got stuff to do. I have rehearsal.
I have band. I was a band kid. They're tearing down my junior high, Lake Highlands Junior High. It was built, I think,
the entire junior high.
The whole damn.
I was like waiting for you to say like the band hall. Oh no,
the whole thing. They had to rebuild next door because I guess the one.
It's pretty old, I imagine.
It was the high school at one point. They were It was the high school before it was the junior high, and then so there was like high school graduates of the '60s there.
Right.
So it's been. I mean.
So yeah.
And apparently, like the boiler room's all messed up. Like Freddy Krueger's down there. Who knows?
Right.
And there's asbestos and all things.
Well, good for them for.
But I've been. It's made me go down memory lane.
Did you go by there? Did you drive by?
No, but I've driven by. Yeah, it's by my mom's house, but I didn't go inside. But I saw the band hall. The band hall is where all my memories were. I was a band kid back in the day.
Fun time. High school was a good time. So yeah.
It was funny. I was reading something the other day. So you're a class of 99, and you are considered the last class of the millennium.
Yes. On my class ring, it says Millennium's last class.
Okay. Well, I'm class of 2000, and they told us that we were the first class of the millennium.
Okay.
Apparently, class of 2001 is over here arguing that they're the first class because you don't start with the number 0.
They're just mad. They're just mad because they feel like they wanted something. I don't know what y'all can have something else. That doesn't make any sense. What?
But is 2000 the last class of the millennium? Because it's the last of it? No more? It's the 0? It's rounded out? Or it's the first?
Y'all doing too much. Class 2000 is the first class of the millennium.
You heard it.
Period.
We are the only class that got to be, well, not the only class, I guess 100 years ago, but we were the only class to be seniors in both the 18th century and the 19th century.
Nice. That's cool. You can say that.
Yeah.
Or I don't know what 2000. I'm sorry, 2001 people. I don't know what to tell you. Like what? I mean, it is what it is. 0. Y'all like. Otherwise, what is 2000? Like y'all just can't be like that. Class don't exist.
We are just the millennium. The millennial class. The millennial. I don't know.
Y'all doing too much.
And then Gen Z's out here like making fun of millennials too. Like,
Gen Z's they are so pressed for us. I'm always like my son, he's always like millennials, and I'm always like, what are we doing?
I think they also don't quite understand too. Like
we're just scared.
What do you think we've done? It's just funny to me. Like, all they like is skinny jeans. Bitch, I was wearing Jinkos in high school.
Right. Like, this was the style for a second. That's all I could buy.
I was like, yes. Do you know what I went through to get, like, no-show socks? You either had to shove your whole foot, like, shove your sock and pull it under your foot, right? Or you had to cut it off and then it would split down into your shoe. I didn't have halter bras. Yeah. I remember getting a dress at, for my 8th grade dance at,
Whatchamacallit?
Not whatchamacallit. That was the fancy one.
That was
it was in the mall.
Agassi, remember Agassi or something like that?
I know what you're talking about.
Not that place.
No, it was the T-shirt one. It was not a dress plate. It was not bazookas.
Oh,
y'all! It had the
Gadzooks.
I got my dress at Gadzooks.
Oh.
It was brown velvet, and it was a halter top. And I didn't have a halter top bra. So I cut the straps off and I safety pinned them around. Like, we had, the only makeup stuff we had was that little thing that comes with it. Nobody told us to do our eyebrows.
Right.
They told us to pluck them off.
Yeah, we had to pluck them.
I mean, where are y'all coming from?
I don't know. They straight up hating on
my allergies, you guys. I'm so sorry.
Straight up hating. What did you tell me the other day? That the Gen Z is blaming millennials for Friends being popular.
Yes.
I thought that's funny because I'm like, first of all, like, okay, Friends was popular. Like, why is that someone to blame? Like,
yeah,
I don't understand. Well,
we're like considered the oldest millennials, right? And so when we were like, Friends was ending when I was leaving to go to college.
Right. When you explained it to me, because at first I was like, yeah, millennials are, but when you broke it down like that to me, I was like, oh,
yeah. So
right.
if we're the oldest of the millennials,
right?
Like the millennials that are 10 years younger than us to 20 years younger than us,
they weren't watching Friends.
Yeah, they're not watching Friends.
So definitely Gen X.
Yes, and boomers.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we didn't have any context for what it was like to be a 20-year-old in New York. We were with Clarissa explaining it all.
Right, like, what? We're scared. No, yeah.
90s TV was the best.
It was a lot of, like, unexplained, because, like, when, like, Friends, like, they didn't really have that good jobs. Like, they were living, like, a good life. Like, the apartments that they lived in.
Yeah, like, Joey kind of acted.
Right.
Monica was kind of a chef.
Right.
Rachel worked at a coffee shop.
They was just chilling.
I mean, they were roommates and stuff.
Yeah.
With a rent-controlled apartment.
The apartment was rent-controlled for sure? Oh, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. That's part of the thing.
Oh, okay.
But
Friends was not my favorite. But I understand on it, but it just wasn't my favorite.
I got very upset when I thought it was ending, and then I found out there was an extra season, like one other season. Mm-hmm. I was like, oh, it's not over. But then I don't know if I ever actually finished it. I think I was just like, okay.
I feel like at that time you were either Friends or The Office person.
The Office was starting.
Right? Was it starting?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I'm just put that in my head. Because I didn't even watch The Office at the time. The Office, I watched it years later.
You were probably, I mean, what was going on with Friends? I was must-see TV on Thursday night.
Yeah, we were just older high school kids and going to college. We weren't like sitting down at 7 watching TV.
I mean, when I was in high school, I was, because I had school the next day.
Yeah, in high school. But even to a certain point in high school, I feel like I wasn't doing that.
Yeah.
Like, now once you can drive and stuff, I'll go.
Every night? And on school night?
No.
I didn't leave on school night.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
What did you used to do in high school? Because we didn't have, like, social media. You weren't talking on the internet to folks.
I talked on the phone a lot. I had my own line. I talked on the phone. For that. And then, but I was busy. I was considered being busy. I remember one time, this is sometimes I laugh at myself, like, because, I'm a big workout person, and this is how, I would make my friends work out. Like, we would do Taebo. Like, they'd be like, remember Ramelle used to make us do Taebo? Like, what? I was like,
I'd probably do it with you and be like, God dang, I want to spend the night.
Like, I would make them do Taebo, and we would do Cindy Crawford workout, and I would get cans, like, because we have weights. And I read in YM that you could use cans instead of, soup cans instead of weights. So I get everybody cans, and we'd be like, come on. Like,
I would not have wanted to spend the night at your house.
Then we would dance, too. Then we would do, like, dances. That's funny. It was a good time.
We would do dances when I was, like, younger, but not in, like, junior high. We were little terrors. We would go out and toilet paper people's houses.
Oh, my.
We would drive up and down Garland Road looking for boys.
Oh, wow.
The way...
Yeah, go to, like, mall and stuff looking for boys. That's always good.
Me and Jamie would drive around in my little Eclipse up Garland Road looking for boys. We would blast Dave Matthews. Hey. Gas was like 99 cents a gallon. So $20, you could like really drive all weekend.
You really could.
But you only needed to fill up your tank once.
Right.
The guy at the Mobile down there, he thought Jamie was 18, so he would sell her cigarettes. And then there was this other place, if you're in Dallas, there was this Texaco, and there was this guy that had... I'm not trying to be funny. He really did have elephantitis on his face.
Oh.
And they had one of those like cigarette, like it was a cigarette box, not the vending machine, but it was a box, and you had a key and you opened up the thing and they were in there. And if you would get gas and be like, 10 on pump 2 and Marlboro Light 100, and then he'd give them to you, and you'd be like, what?
Smoking cigarettes.
Got him. Yeah.
Whenever you talk about the cigarettes, it's funny because, okay, so Jesse, he's a poker dealer, and like their game's been getting big, and so the owner of the bar gave him 2 cartons of cigarettes to like take care of the poker players when they come in, like so Jesse could be like, giving them, they're spending money like a casino.
Right.
Like, we're going to give you cigarettes. And, like, when I saw him in the back of his truck, like, I immediately was like, I was like, hey, want to buy a cigarette? I got Marlboro Reds and I got hundreds here.
You want menthols or lights?
Hey, don't tell the coppers, okay? I'll get hot. Keep it on the down low. Like, it just
Sarah Square.
You want what is it, a stogie?
A stogie.
A stogie. Got stogies in the back here.
That's silly.
Right? But I was like, I know, I was like, what the hell? Why do you have these? And he told me, I was like, why do you have a carton of cigarettes? Cigarettes are so weird.
Yeah, it seemed like it was definitely felt cooler back in the day, even though it was not. But in the 90s and stuff, it wasn't that big. It didn't seem like that big a deal. It seemed more harmless back then.
Cigarettes?
To me.
No, I was. Now you know what? I know where my son gets it now. Talking to you, he's kind of like me, huh? I always knew. I was like, that's terrible.
They said it was
not
bad.
Smoking cigarettes. I always knew that.
I mean, I knew that too, but I don't know that it was like, I don't know.
Because I didn't want to have black
They
lungs.
were just everywhere.
Girls always worried about being healthy. Always. I'm all like, girls working out doing
I was like, let's have fun.
Right? I was like, we got to work out. We got to do this Taebo.
It is kind of amazing that we're friends now.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know. That sounds crazy. But it was so fun. I wasn't like me.
I don't know.
Yes, you had fun. God damn it.
Now you are. I don't know about inviting me over to work out.
But we made fun. I wasn't mean. I wasn't like, get on there.
I said 5, 6, 7, 8.
Right. It was more like we were all like, we was all just a little bit thick. And so I was like, well, come on, y'all, let's do it. And then, like, you really couldn't say no because I'm like, well, we all got a little bit of weight. Let's work out. It was more like that.
No, I was just worried about talking to boys and stuff. I didn't care if
but
I was going to meet them.
Boys. Oh, yeah.
I didn't care if I was going to meet them. That's better for me if we don't meet. I will be your goddess tonight.
Hilarious.
But you can't do that stuff now. Because the people will find you. Like, it was more innocent back then.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you don't want, your kids talking to people.
No, because they'll find you and come get you now.
Right.
I've seen Chris Hansen. I know. Mm-hmm. There's all kinds.
Girl.
So.
We're talking about we're talking about the Facebook. And I was like, how do we get on this? But yeah, so it's kind of scary. Just watch out. Because it's, I don't know what kind of times we were in. I don't know if it was a hack. I don't know if it was just something wrong. But just be careful with all your digital stuff.
For real.
Take out some cash because you never know. Buy some gold.
What would we do if we just couldn't listen to our podcast anymore?
I know.
I would be so sad if y'all couldn't hear us anymore. All 9 of you. Just kidding. There's more. Somebody in Switzerland found us. Hello.
The Swedes.
And Kenya. And on Monday, somebody listened to us all day.
Excuse me.
Like, literally, they listened to 23 episodes in one day. So whoever you are, woo.
You do that. That's like an hour. That's like 20. You literally didn't go to sleep. Or maybe they
just fell asleep.
Yeah.
And they were like, these girls' voices are soothing.
Right.
And I'm like over here hacking up a lung because my damn allergies are going nuts.
Okay. So let's move in. Oh, let's talk real quick because our triple dipper, we want to. So real quick, let's talk about just. Remember when like watching TV and stuff? It was an event like you sit down and like have programming that come on at a certain time.
Yeah, you knew if I woke up at like 10:30 on a Tuesday and if I woke up and I Love Lucy was on, I knew what time it was.
Right.
Or even when the programming was off, like your like infomercials are on, or so and so is on.
I would watch the hell out of those infomercials too.
But you knew what time it was because that's definitely like that you knew what was on. It was always the same. Everybody would go to school talking about the same. Like
that's crazy.
Something would happen on an episode, and
you would be like, "Ooh, so good." Yeah, that's crazy. I forgot about that.
I very much remember going to school when Felicity cut her hair. That was a big deal.
I didn't watch Felicity.
But did you hear about her cutting her
I
hair?
don't know. Her.
She cut her hair off like this short all over.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
It was a really bad haircut.
Oh, that was cute.
No.
She's always such a cute girl to me, so.
She is always cute, but that was not a cute haircut.
That was not a cute haircut? Okay.
No.
Felicity's the one with the curly hair, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't know. Well.
What y'all used to watch?
I don't know. I think like on you okay?
I'm so sorry.
I think I just remember Cosby Show, and then I remember like the Friday night stuff, Saturday morning stuff. Or you know what? Also too, like on TBS, like on Saturdays.
I loved throwing on TBS on a Saturday.
Right. It would have like a theme, like maybe all I don't know, some type of superhero movie or just like funny comedy that you used to watch. My mind is going blank now. What I used to watch.
Okay. But yeah, they play. That's like how I watch House Party and all that stuff. Right. I love they do like House Party 1 and 2 or Friday. Yes. Always Shawshank Redemption was on.
Right. The only time I didn't like when they would play like certain movies like Goodfellas, because I don't like it when they don't have the cuss word. Like you have to have the cuss word.
I think that's the first time I ever watched it was on TBS.
I think I watched it a few times on Goodfellas. I mean on, and then after a while I was like, this is not the same. Freak you.
I saw someone said that Joe Pesci was in Goodfellas, Home Alone, and My Cousin Vinny all within like 18 months. Those were classic.
I mean, he was hot.
I love My Cousin Vinny. That movie is so fucking funny.
That's what he got nominated for an Oscar, or Marissa Tomei. She won an Oscar. Somebody won an Oscar, and it was a shocker.
Really?
Yes, for that movie.
Oh, and they would play like White Men Can't Jump.
Yes.
I love that one too. Rosie Perez is great in that. What is it? Don't say I'll get you some water. Say I too understand what it's like to thirst.
So yeah, Marissa Tomei, she won the Best Supporting Actress.
Well, good for you, Marissa.
And it says,
I love her.
Yes, sparked controversy due to her status as a newcomer in Hollywood compared to the more seasoned nominees. Well, bitch, what? She won. What's she gonna do?
And she's still around.
And she looks great.
Yeah, I love her.
Spoiler alert! I was so sad when she died in Spider-Man: The Last Spider-Man.
Oh,
so sad. And Lovey doesn't even like to watch that part. She's like, "Skip over." Don't like it.
I have not.
Well, it's old.
I'm not sure.
Okay, like it's old. It's old enough for me to where I'm not worried about the flow. I'm like, yes, and now you ain't really want to see it.
Like years after Castaway came out, my friend told me, and he was like, and I can't believe that so and so didn't wait for him at the end of Castaway, and I was like, what? I was so mad. I was like, Ken, like. What? It's been like out for years. Tom Hanks.
Wait, so he wanted the wife to wait?
Yes.
No. They had a funeral. What you do?
He not wait, but like
for someone that we had a funeral.
He was for. Maybe she was not available. That would be a trip.
It's messed up. I don't know what you can do, but she's married now. She thought he passed away.
Yeah.
They had a funeral. He was gone. I don't think somebody's passed away in the ocean for that long.
And then that would be nuts just to be like, oh, he's back.
And then he's probably different. He's probably like, hold on. He's like living in solitude and surviving for years. You think he's the same person? Like, even if old girl didn't get married, like, he's not the same. Like, you used to be really.
And why'd they give that man all that damn seafood? He did not want that seafood.
Right. He was like, I want a damn steak.
I get some chicken. I want cheese.
Right?
I want charcuterie. Come
on. But yeah.
Well, believe it or not, we're gonna come back around to 90s.
To 90s TV for sure.
But
yeah, go ahead.
Do you want to do? What are you into?
Real quick, y'all. I am into Netflix's own Love Is Blind. It is so amazing. Oh my god, it is crazy. I think it. Okay, so I'm all over the place because I'm excited, but like it is so crazy. I will say that my least favorite part about that show, because at the beginning they are in the pods and they're just dating, they don't see each other, and then they go to their honeymoon, and then they kind of go to like a simulated real place, but it's not their real space, and then they move to whoever's home they decide to move to. But I hate the dating part. Hate it. You need it to understand the backstory. Like, you absolutely have to watch it. Like, I want to skip forward and just watch it, but like watching people flirt is the cringiest, most terrible secondhand embarrassment for me. Like, I don't even want to hear myself flirt or anything. Like,
I don't know if I've ever seen you like flirt.
It is, because it's so embarrassing.
Why?
Who wants to flirt? Like, it's so obvious. Like, I roll my eyes when I'm like, oh, like, hey, oh my god, gag me with a spoon. Like, I hate it. So watching other people, but like I said, I need to watch it because then the other part's so good, because like, you told her that she was the only woman for you, and
I
now
did see that one girl said she looked like Megan Fox, and then in our best Morgan Freeman voice, she did not look like Morgan.
But you know what?
Megan.
Okay, in her defense, there was a few like angles she would change her head where I was like, okay, I'm not saying like she looks like a dead. Sometimes you look like somebody, but you're not like on the same level of attractiveness. Like, I can see why somebody would tell her that. Like, she was absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. But I can see why somebody would, and especially if you're just like her friend trying to be nice, you're like, girl, you look like Megan Fox.
True.
I can see somebody just being nice. Like, but like I said, you catch her, but like she said it in a way of, yeah, I look like Megan Fox. Like, no.
If you tell someone you look like Megan Fox, they're not like, oh, y'all have the same ears.
Yeah, exactly.
They're thinking like, oh, you're a sex kitten.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it's so wild. It's so good. It is. It's like so fun.
So why is that like? That's funny.
What?
Because you can say anything when you're in the pods.
Exactly. That's why it's so cringy to me. Because I'm like,
but
y'all
then
just
you have to like pay the piper. Because
some of them don't. Some of them don't. That's what, like, but that's to me, because like, in the pods they're just like, yeah, and we're in love, and they're just talking, and like, because you're in this thing and you can say anything and you're not worried about anything and having a good time, and you can be like, I'm a free spirit, I have fun, and I don't mind, and then like, you get in the real world and like all that. No, you can say anything. That's why it's so cringy to me, because I'm like, I don't believe one else.
Yeah, but that is kind of also the appeal about it. Like, you can, if you're not planning on meeting anybody and there's no real hard feelings, if you're not paying money for someone,
right? But in the show that they're supposed to be meeting each other.
True. Yeah, you can be
like
sneaky then.
But it's really good. I highly recommend all of it. There's like 6 seasons. This is probably one of the best ones. But if you're ever like need something to binge watch, I'd say you'll have fun to do all of them, all 6.
I think they said Stranger Things is coming out in 2025.
Girl, I know.
So.
Oh, and then speaking of Stranger Things, because Jesse LJ is rewatching it, like, because he's ready. He's getting ready. And I'm like, I'm not ready to rewatch it because I need to rewatch it at some point. Because don't ask me what the hell this complicated shit. I don't know. Right. But it dawned on us the reason why it's in the 80s. Several things, I think, because like them kids was gone for a long time, like in the Upside Down, like, and when nobody calling, I've been like, boy, where are you?
True.
Where are you?
Yeah, you had a different kind of freedom back then, too.
Yeah, you could just drive your
mom would just drop you off at the skating rink.
Ride your
call me when you're ready.
Bicycles everywhere.
Yeah.
And just like, I don't know where they are. It's late. They're somewhere.
They'll
be home soon.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah, because I got a cell phone when I was in high school. But you did not call a cell phone first.
No.
You called the home phone first.
Yeah.
And then, she's out trying herself.
But yeah, this is the 80s. Like, they were totally. And then, like, too, because everyone would know about the Demogorgons because you'd be, like, filming it. You'd be like, oh my God, look at like,
they're real. Yeah.
Yes. And it'd be no question.
I feel like we're about to like go back, like circle back around to where you're not going to be able to believe anything anymore because of AI. Like, but I saw it with my own eyes. Oh, it was bullshit.
Right, you're right.
So, just mo money, mo problems.
Mo money, mo. But I'm picking up a lot of that time. I'm sorry. What are you into?
I've been listening to audiobooks.
That's good.
specifically The Art of Seduction, because I'm trying to learn. I'm not a good flirter. Like, not flirt like like on Love is Blind or whatever.
Right.
But like a charmer. I don't know.
Okay,
I think it's interesting to learn because I want to know. I feel like I'm very attuned to when people are trying to charm me, and it's interesting to like learn about the different types of seduction because it's not all just like sexy. Like there's different kinds, you know. So yeah, it's just really interesting. So I did listen to one audiobook that was like kind of smutty, like kind of spicy.
Okay.
But it was really embarrassing. Like the spicy scenes, I was like, oh my God. Like the storyline was nice, but like it was a little bit cringy for me. So I don't know if I'm gonna try another one. Like maybe that just wasn't my genre.
Right.
There was 4 peppers on it, so I mean it was pretty spicy, but it was just yeah. There's a lot of audiobooks out there.
There are.
I like reading, but I just don't have time with Quincy. Hell no.
You can't sit down.
No.
And be still.
So throwing on like headphones and listening to it.
Word.
Different.
I like it.
Yeah.
All right, are you ready for the triple dipper?
Yes, I'm excited.
Okay, because I couldn't put it into words. So explain to everyone what this triple dipper is.
So this is our top 3 times you just had to be there in the 90s and 2000s for TV.
Oh, for TV. I was like, what? You had to be there?
No. I was like times where like we could talk about it, but you're not going to know what we're talking about unless you were there.
Okay.
And like it was a whole vibe.
Right.
Do you have any honorable mentions?
I do. The honorable mention is Saturday morning lineup. I'm not a big animation person. Like I'll watch animation, but that's not my first go-to. So I would watch on Saturday morning, Saved by the Bell, California Dreams. Remember California Dreams?
Yeah.
And then I can't remember if this is on the same channel or not. I can't remember. I feel like I would switch over. I'm not sure. But I would watch NBA Inside Stuff with Ahmad Rashad.
Oh,
and it would have like
remember that.
Yeah, it'd have cool stuff about. That's why I feel like 90s basketball. You could quiz me. I know my 90s basketball.
I know 90s baseball really well.
That's so funny, right? Like now, like I used to have basketball cards and all kinds of stuff. So yeah, NBA Inside Stuff with Ahmad Rashad. That was a fun show.
Saturday morning for me was Pee-wee's Playhouse, and I liked Beekman's World too. I feel like back in the day, you were like a Bill Nye or Beekman. I was a Beekman's World.
Yes.
But good one, nice. My honorable mention is the Weather Channel in the 90s.
Oh, girl, you still like the Weather Channel?
It was so good back then. You can just turn it on, and they'd show the radar, play their little slow
music.
Jazz.
I didn't understand it. I was like, what in the world?
That was great. I would know how to dress for the whole week. If storms are coming, am I going to straighten my hair? Am I going to let it go curly? I mean, there's things I need to know.
If y'all need to know the weather, ask Leslie. She's very, very good at it. She knows what's going on.
I was always listening. I would watch the Weather Channel in the morning, getting ready.
Very good.
So
do your thing, girl.
And then the WB. The WB in the 90s and 2000s, they had everything. They had Dawson's Creek, Seventh Heaven, the Jamie Foxx Show, Felicity, Charmed. The WB with the frog, and then it turned to the CW.
Right. Okay.
It was the WB first, and then CW. Right. But that was a time.
That was a time.
And then they play Seventh Heaven, and you'd be watching Seventh Heaven. They play like 2 or 3 episodes, and then all of a sudden you're like, "What the Camden is happening? Why have I been watching this for so long?
Right? Because
why is Ruthie so cute?
Right?
Who finds themselves in these positions? Why is this girl in a gang?" Seventh Heaven.
Seventh Heaven was crazy.
And then the dad, he was a creeper.
Yes.
Had to go and ruin it. Go and ruin it.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot. Seventh Heaven dad. All right. Do you want to go first, or do you want me to?
I'll go first. Okay. My number 3 is back in the day, I used to love to watch, of course, videos. Music videos are our thing back in the day, you know. But I wasn't like an MTV girly until I got a little bit older. I was straight up BET, baby. So I would watch with Donnie Simpson. Hey, Donnie Simpson. Video Soul, Midnight Soul, and then sometimes I watch Rap City. I'm not a big rap girly, but sometimes I'll just watch it because it's be on.
Why not?
Right. And I'd be watching all that stuff, and all the songs and all the videos, and I can just think of staying up late just watching videos,
just watching music
and have So yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. BET, all the video lineup on BET was my jam.
Nice, nice. My number 3 is TBS, TNT, USA. Like they had their like their original programming. I'm so sorry about the coughing, y'all.
Poor baby.
I feel terrible. Like USA Up All Night. I loved USA Up All Night. I would talk to my friend and we would watch it together. And then TBS used to do dinner and a movie. And they would watch a movie and cook a meal together. And I'll never forget they did Ferris Bueller's Day Off. And they made falafel. And they called it, I Can't Go to School Today, I Falafel.
Oh. Oh, TBS.
Classic.
Love it.
But yeah, their original programming was good stuff.
It was good.
For real.
Right.
Okay.
My number 2 is Snick on Nick. Because yes, Snick was so fun. Saturday night. So okay, I looked up some programs because like they would change sometimes. So there was Adventures of Pete and Pete.
Love.
There was Clarissa Explains It All.
Love.
All that. Roundhouse. Remember the Roundhouse?
I do.
Down at the Roundhouse. Okay.
Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Are You Afraid of the Dark? And low key, sometimes it took me a while to watch Are You Afraid of the Dark. Yeah, it was scary. I was scared. And then for a second, they had Ren and Stimpy on there.
Yeah.
And I remember I would skip over that one because I'd be like, I'll jump. Girl, I'm not an animation person. And then Ren and Stimpy was crazy. It was my favorite. Crazy. I was like, Randy liked it. But I was like, this is preposterous.
I remember the first episode I ever saw. It was the Fire Dog episode. And me and my dad laughed so hard. And he's like, save my elephant. And then they do the ladder up. Save my baby. Like the biggest baby you've ever seen.
Yeah, no, sorry. It was gross too. I thought it was gross.
It was gross.
So I was not a Ren and Stimpy. I was over that one. Not my favorite. Sorry.
I am mid-allergy attack right now.
I'm sorry. Are you okay? Do you want me to do something?
No. Sorry, you guys. You'll probably are like, shut up, Leslie. All right. That was your number 2, girl?
That was number 2.
All right. My number 2 is VH1 back in the day.
Yes.
I loved MTV for like obvious reasons.
Right.
But once I thought MTV was for like kids and VH1 was for like adults. But VH1 was the shit. Like they had VH1 behind the music. We had pop-up video. Pop-up video.
Yeah. VH1 was good.
It was good. And then they started with like Flavor of Love and Rock of Love.
Right.
And then they did I love the 80s, I love the 90s, I love the 2000s, and those are great.
Right.
Like those are so good. It's just VH1 back then was, and then they also played music videos.
Right.
Because they were playing like Seal and Bonnie Raitt.
Yeah, like, they weren't playing like the teeny bopper stuff.
No, like Crash Test Dummies. Right. Like it was still like 90s stuff. But like, yeah, it was fun. VH1 back in the day was good stuff.
Love it. All
right.
Okay, well, my number 1, mainly, because the program was top tier, but also because of the memories that it holds, is TGIF on ABC. No, I can't remember. I should look it up. I'm sorry. I looked up the I think it's ABC. But on Friday night would be our fast food night, and my mom would pick us up, and we would go to wherever fast food you get, like Taco Bell or McDonald's, wherever you wanted to go, and then we'd go home. And we watched our little TGI Fridays and have a good time. But what was it? So at one point, like this is another one that rotated as the years went by.
Right.
So it was Boy Meets World, but then there was Family Matters, Full House, Step by Step. Remember there was even Dinosaurs? Remember that show?
Yes.
Sister. Just the 10 of us. Remember
that?
I loved that show. So, yeah, there's other stuff. I didn't feel like writing them all down, but those were the ones.
And like the same guy sang all the theme songs.
Yes.
For Family Matters, Full House, and Step by Step was the same guy.
Those are some good shows. Family Matters.
By step,
day by day, fresh start over. This is a thing.
We don't know the words.
Make it better the second time around.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Fun.
Whatever happened to predictability?
The milkman, the paperboy,
even TV. I mean, come on. How did Family Matters go?
Oh. Yeah. As days go by.
Yeah.
We'll love the family. Yeah, it's a rare condition in this day and age to read any good news on the newspaper page. Yes. So yeah, Friday nights,
great,
good time.
I remember when they canceled TGIF. I was very upset.
But I think I was so moved on. I was like,
I was, but it was like nostalgic.
But
it's
like
just nostalgic when you're like, oh, yeah, going to do that.
Right. I guess I wasn't tuning in, but still.
Well.
Oh, what's your number one, girl?
Infomercials.
Oh, nice.
I love infomercials.
Infomercials are good.
I will buy it. You will convince me to buy it.
For sure.
I still, to this day and age, will watch infomercials on YouTube.
On YouTube, you'll seek them out and watch them? I thought you meant like just come on. That's hilarious.
If I can't go to sleep, I search YouTube infomercials. Give me like Kathy Griffin or Griffith, whatever her name is, and she puts she has the Turbo Express, and you make like the little chocolate cakes.
Lady? Or who? Not Kathy Griffin with the red hair, the controversial comedian.
No, she was the infomercial one. Kathy something. Kathy
with the blonde hair. And she was a daughter in
No, she has like reddish brown old lady hair.
Okay, I don't know.
She was the best. She made this one thing with like this Turbo Chef thing, and you put in like cake or brownie mix on one and both sides, and then you push a little candy, like a little chocolate candy in there. I think she did like a Milky Way in one and a Snickers in the other, and then it bakes inside the cake.
Oh my!
Or she took hot dogs and cornbread, and she made like a little hot dog cornbread like corn dog thing. I mean, this lady can cook anything with this little contraption.
Yeah, infomercials are
some turkey jerky. Ronto. Billy Mays.
Oh, yes.
Billy Mays gets me a little too excited, though. I can't watch Billy Mays to go to sleep.
Girl, and then this is right up my alley, but those workout infomercials give me too. That's when I was like, we have to do Tabo.
The before and after. Yes.
Right.
Like, everybody had to.
Amazing. Like, we got to get that. And then this was got me on Beachbody was the Turbo Fire. Because that looked so fun. And then, like, I figured out, like, I got on Beachbody after that. I was like, all these are amazing workouts. Yes. Turbo Fire. I can do Turbo Fire right now, probably with no direction. I'll do that.
Like, I got the internet went out. I got this.
Follow me, everybody.
I prepared my whole life to lead this workout.
All eyes up. Energy.
I started in the 90s, and here we go.
You guys, don't worry if you can't keep up. Just move. Don't stop.
Stay here.
Stop. Yes.
If you can't.
It's okay. As long as you keep your body moving, that's all we're here for. We're here to be healthy and strong. That's the goal.
You would motivate me. I'd be like, Ramelle said we can do it. Let's go.
All right. She's always just saying stuff.
And then I'm going to wash our stuff in OxyClean when we're done. Get rid of the sweat stains.
Yes. Great.
And then I'll make a smoothie in my NutriBullet.
Ooh.
Oh, the NutriBullet one? That was
the NutriBullet. Oh, I didn't know who that was. Y'all, Leslie's dog was scared to come up to me. I was like, oh, y'all, the pillows.
You've been here the whole time?
She was just sitting here chilling and she started stretching. I was like, whoa. What's the other one? The NutriBullet and the Ninja. The blender.
I have a Ninja blender.
Yeah, I have a Ninja blender. I mean, they work. It does. So if you sit there and watch something work for an hour, you're like, well, I've watched you for an hour.
And 3 payments of $19.99.
And then
if I ask you now, you'll take care of one for me.
Everyone seems so delighted. upon using this.
Time off.
Right.
Let me go ahead and get it.
Honey, get the credit card.
They don't, no CODs.
Don't worry about the 3 payments. We'll just pay right now. It doesn't make sense to do that.
Remember in the back of magazines, they'd have like little advertisements. I've sent off for a book.
Crazy, we used to send off for stuff. You would fill out the little thing, and
I remember being like, "What's COD? Do y'all know what COD is?
Cash on direct?
Cash on delivery.
On delivery? That's crazy.
Yeah, you're gonna bring it all the way to me, and then I'm gonna hand you cash for this.
Come on, yeah.
Like, so in some instances, it's good that we've evolved. Like, allow 4 to 6 weeks for delivery. Man,
right.
I won't want it by then.
Or like, I was listening to something, and like, people would be like, my great grandpa was wanted for murder, so he changed his name, and that's why our last name is this instead of this. And you're like, oh,
yeah,
like that's crazy that you could just do that at one point. Yeah. Like, my name is Johnson. You see, Johnson. You'll see cigarettes, son?
I'll give you a cigarette if you'll let me pass.
Yes. No, it's not Jackson. I said Johnson. Like, it's crazy that we just.
Well, my mom's main name's like she's Gibbons, Gibbins. But it's normally spelled Gibbons. And they got like the ONSs got mad at our side of the family, and they were like, "You can't sit with us."
Oh no!
And said we couldn't be Gibbons anymore. And so they were like, "All right, we won't be Gibbons. We'll be Gibbons."
Gibbons.
And so we just changed the spelling. So. I mean, that's
crazy.
How about them?
Right?
You can't do that.
You can't. No, you can't do that.
Like, I haven't even changed my name from getting married because that sounds like a pain.
It is.
And then I'm gonna have. Y'all can call me down.
It's fine.
I mean, I like Rankin too, though.
Right.
I like being. Right. Anyways, infomercials are the shit.
Oh, they are. I forgot we were talking about that.
Yeah. So, random little allergy-filled. I'm so sorry.
Yes, but no, I mean, that was fun. We got it all back. Came all back to full circle.
Wrapped it up.
Wrapped it up. I love it.
We've been talking about, like, current event stuff for so long. It was nice to, like, throw it back.
Current event, because this really went down. Like, the Facebook and the AT&T, that happened.
Yep.
So,
I mean, yeah, just protect yourself and read a book or listen to a book if you need to. If it does go down, we'll be okay.
It is what it is.
I mean, yeah.
We'll figure it out.
But I'm glad that it's not, because hopefully you're watching a video of us right now on YouTube.
Exactly.
And you're like, these girls are hilarious.
Oh my God.
Yes, I want to listen to their podcast. Yes, I want to follow them on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram, and YouTube.
I agree. But anyways, we'll be back next week. Hopefully everybody's spring break is coming up. My kids' spring break is next week. So.
Oh, fun.
So we'll be back next week.
All right.
Follow me on Ramelle the Realtor on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube.
And follow us on all the things. Woo.
Bye.
Bye.
Woo.